Oh, it's you. Incredible. I didn't know you would appear in my dream, too.
Did you say dream? Wait, so you know this is a dream?
Of course. Such good things rarely happen to me in real life these days. Here, let me introduce everyone. This is Minar, my wife who I mentioned before. And this is our daughter, Hydar.
Hello. It's a great honor to meet the Dendro Archon.
Whoa, Dad! You know the Dendro Archon? That's amazing! And what's this? Is it a new toy? No, it's Paimon, not a toy! Anyway, now's not the time for that! Nahida, this doesn't seem to add up with what we were expecting.
You're right. Let me think for a bit here.
Oh, right! We didn't see him in a moment of dreams or—
Sorry. I just had to make sure that Hydar could get a chance to see her mother. I had gotten pretty familiar with the hike, so I brought Hydar with me.
Yes, I'm glad too. I didn't expect her to grow up so fast. It must have been very hard for him. I regret not being able to fulfill my role as a wife and a mother.
No, don't talk like that. Let's leave all that unhappy stuff behind for now. Even if—
What should we do now?
You can let me break the news. I should be the one to do it. I'm sorry, but I should tell you that your dream did not create us. We are real people with our own consciousness. Like the last time we met, we are still investigating this dream, and we've already learned some things about it.
So you mean there's something nefarious with this dream as well?
Ilmon, what's going on?
It seems the reunion of our family is destined to only be temporary.
Huh? Is Mom leaving?
Maybe. But in all likelihood, that is indeed how things will end.
Oh, no, Mom, you can't leave!
I'm afraid I don't quite understand what's going on. Don't worry, Hydar. Mom's not going anywhere.
Minar doesn't understand any of this. I'm fully aware that this is a dream, so that's why I've never told her the truth. Never mind. It's not like I would know what to say. I mean, I don't get any of the complicated stuff. But regardless of whether this dream is good or bad, you're here to resolve it, right?
Yes.
Then please, let us enjoy this moment for just a while longer. Regardless of whatever caused this dream to come to pass, I feel extremely grateful to have had the chance to reunite with my family. But does this dream really have to disappear?
I'm afraid so. Sorry.
Okay, I see. Please, come this way. You can go even deeper into the dream by heading in this direction. I have heard that the further down you go, the more pleasant the dreams become, and the more you want to stay. The answer you're looking for may also be found there. Go ahead.
Thank you for helping us, and I'm truly sorry.
You're welcome. It's not like I have any say in the matter. I'm just an ordinary person, after all. Who am I to interfere with the work of a god? I'll be right behind you. I should at least let Minar and Hydar know what's going on here. Otherwise, my daughter might be mad at her mother after we wake up.
We're not doing something bad, are we, Nahida?
That depends on how you define good and bad.
It's the same place again. This place is almost—
But they appear to be getting more and more aggressive. Regular—
Right. Something seems— Ilmon is clearly aware that he's— rather than dreaming on a deeper level.
I believe we're on the right track. It's not that the dreams are getting deeper. It's the owner's attached, but you would never mistake dreams for real life, right?
Sometimes, Paimon almost wishes her dreams could be real, but it's just a quick thought. It's not long before Paimon's thinking about other things, like sticky honey roast.
Listen, we're real beings living in the real world. This also explains the insubstantiality of our dreams, no matter what they may become. But if we decide to abandon reality and embrace our dreams, then our dream...
Oh, wait!
Your mind will begin to build the dream far more attentively, which in turn will make it... Do you remember how the Akasha can turn dreams into jnana energy? Constructing a realistic dream consumes a similar energy.
Does that mean there's a host of these dreams here like Milu? If we wake that person up, this collective...
Most likely, but the collective dream in Sumeru City was created by the Akasha. This has nothing to do with the Aranara, and humans are not capable of creating a collective dream. Which means...
Huh? So, did someone manage to
that's impossible. But they are probably a scholar of the academia who had a close connection. Even so, how did they manage to do it? And how did they choose the host? Yeah, we haven't gotten to the end yet. Once we know their motive, all the questions...
Hup. Hup. This one's got your name on it! A proper send-off! From the Spina with love.
Sharing my knowledge!
Umbrella warfare, I guess! Ooh! Ha-ha! A proper send-off! From the Spina with love.
Hey! I see everything!
All the water that used to be here has turned into rain!
Then let's get through here before the water level rises.
We finally made it! The destination is right ahead! Wow! A new plate! Well, it's just new to Paimon in this street.
This should be the final destination.
Huh? Really? Yeah, these are...
I have powers related to dreams, so it's usually easy for me to tell. I guess only those who have thoroughly accepted this dream will be able to come here.
There are so many people here. How can we find the...
Don't worry. Everyone hold him?
Lisa's always so calm. I wish I were the same.
He's just in an ordinary dream, so it shouldn't be him. I see everything!
Shadia has such good taste. I can never go wrong with her opinion.
No, it doesn't seem to be her. Everyone will...
Who doesn't want a dream to last forever?
He's just entered the dream recently. It's definitely not him. However...
Sometimes I wish Rakesh could be more assertive, but I guess I'm also happy enough with the way things are.
No, it's not her, unfortunately.
You know, I've heard that plants grow better if you play music for them. And on that note, it's been a while since I last heard you play.
Sorry, I've been a little busy these last couple days. Oh, the Dendro Archon. What a pleasant surprise.
Oh, welcome, great. I'm Amira. I run the flower shop here. And this is my husband, Moses.
Yes, how may we help you?
You already know all about me. There's no need for all the pleasantry. Perhaps I should call you the dream's owner?
As expected of the Dendro Archon. I'm sorry, Amira. It seems my research has attracted the Dendro Archon. Why don't you go back to the flower shop? I'll come help you a little later.
Okay, of course, dear. I'll see you later.
It appears that I was too naive to think I could deceive the Dendro Archon in person like this. To avoid looking like too much of a fool, allow me to ask the first question. How well would you say you understand this dream?
This dream was built by the Akasha, and it has the power to create imaginary people who no longer exist in the real world. As for you, you found a unique way to become the owner of this dream, going so far as to have even given up the ability to wake up again. Given up? The ability to wake up?
Impressive! You truly are the embodiment of wisdom. Please, tell me how you were able to arrive at such a conclusion. In return, I'll answer the question you're most curious about.
It's simple. Apart from you, this space only consists of real people who are dreaming and imaginary people who are created here. Although you are here and appear no different from the others, I can't sense your dream. How can I wake up a person who's already awake?
Fascinating.
Since you're the fully awake owner of this dream, it can never collapse from you waking up. Theoretically, this should also give you absolute control over this place. I have to admit, it really doesn't get much better than that. But even knowing all of that, one question remains. How did you do it?
Isn't the answer right in front of you, great Dendro Archon? It's because I've dedicated my entire reality to this dream. I uploaded my entire consciousness into the Akasha when it was still running. Actually, this all started because of an accident. My original goal was not about the Akasha or a collective...
No. You were motivated above all to create a hyper-realistic person. The desire to reconnect with a real loved one is the one shared sentiment between all our dreamers.
That's right. However, human models are too complicated. Only the Akasha has a jnana energy supply powerful enough for me to generate and sustain my model. The Akasha is truly magnificent. If I siphoned a minuscule amount of its energy, nobody would even notice. And even this minuscule amount of energy was already more than enough for my... Even using just crude methods, I was still able to train a fairly realistic person. I named my first work Amira.
Huh? You mean the girl?
She and I entered the academia on the same day. Starting with admission procedures, we bumped into each other 6 times on just that first day. And because of that one day, we eventually went on to fall in love. We studied, conducted research, and made breakthroughs together. Our rhythm was always in step. I felt like we were 2 separate bodies that shared the same heart. However, Elazar later took her from me. Yes, I need more training samples to perfect Amira's personality. I found their details in the Akasha's database. Using the pretext of testing for mental health disorders, I implanted signaling devices in their bodies. This way I could connect them to a network, and Amira could feel their yearning. Little by little, they helped her to grow and develop a warm, human personality. To improve my efficiency and allow myself to focus on nothing but my research, I uploaded my consciousness as well, and became a part of...
So, technically speaking, it's not that you won't wake up, it's that you can't wake up.
Yes, because the Akasha was suddenly turned off, I lost all of my jnana energy. I became imprisoned in the very network I had constructed. At first, I panicked. But, after coming to grips with the situation, I realized that I could restart this world as long as I could find a replacement source of jnana energy.
That means everyone in the network is
That's all there really is to it. I don't think I'm doing anything wrong. I'm just saving them as well as my... I provide a beautiful dream, and in return, I harvest their jnana energy as fuel. They can wake up any time they wish. People need to sleep anyway, so why not have some beautiful dreams while they rest?
I agree. This is the home we spent a great deal of effort on to build for ourselves.
Yeah, she's right. We're staying here of our own free will.
I don't understand this at all, but I just want to spend some more time with my family. I don't want them to be sad.
Thank you, dear. Great Dendro Archon, I hope
You don't need to gather around here. The great Dendro Archon is nothing if not kind and considerate towards her people. She...
Uh-oh, now he's playing dirty.
It seems like I won't need you to answer my last question. You're willing to tell me all your secrets because you have nothing to fear. If you use real people as your weapon and turn them against their Archon, then there's nothing the Archon can do.
They just want to be with the people they cherish. I don't think there's anything wrong with me providing them with that opportunity. They don't wish to eternally part with their spouses and friends. What's so wrong about that? If you understood humans a little better, or had also experienced firsthand the absolute devastation of loss, then perhaps you wouldn't be so cold towards us.
If you had used your talents and determination for a just cause, you could have become a sage of the new generation. Unfortunately, you've committed one of the 6 cardinal sins of the Academia by attempting the forbidden and fearing none. You equated people's feelings with cold jnana energy and deprived them of the pain that they have to face. You lured them into these dreams, and even now, remain completely unaware of how evil all of this truly is.
Pain? Luring? Those kinds of things haven't existed here from the moment this world was created.
She's right here. This is Ilmon's child, Haidar.
Huh? My daughter? What's wrong with her?
This dream relies on a set network, which means that only those with the Carefully think back and retrace your...
I secretly went back to the mountainside with Haidar. Minar was already there waiting for me. And... you mean... she isn't actually...
No, because unlike you, she can't enter this dream. The moment you came into this dream, it created a Haidar to realize your wish of reuniting with your... So, tell me, where's the real Haidar?
She's still out there on the mountainside.
That's right. And she must have been terrified to see her father not in his right mind. Not to mention the monsters in that area. The situation...
If Haidar's still out...
What are you talking about, Dad?
I must wake up right now!
Oh.
It seems the others have also remembered something. People try to avoid pain and stay in their perceived bubbles of safety out of an instinct to protect themselves. This is human nature, but it is also one of their weaknesses. However, why are there still so many people striving to move forward, even when it's because people don't only live for themselves? They have families, loved ones, friends, and communities. They have dreams that they are still, but in this dream, you showed them only the most comfortable and soothing things. This entire world has been built on the foundation of buried and It's all just a well-devised scam.
It seems like I've stayed in the dream for too long.
I still have so many things I haven't done.
I thought gods didn't understand humans. That would have explained why they created such a flawed world where countless tragedies took place. I didn't expect you to arrive at the answer through sheer power of observation. If you wanted to spend a little time in the waking world, go right ahead. In any case, I wanted to spend some time alone with Amira. As long as this dream continues to exist, you'll come back. Humans aren't as strong as you think. And even if you're a god, they won't always listen to you. It's time to purge all the extraneous data.
Monsters, be careful! All of you, please get out of here and find somewhere safe.
I am the master of this dream. I can create endless waves of monsters with the snap of a finger. Don't worry, they'll wake up before they get hurt. Amira doesn't like to see others in pain. If you know what's good for you, leave now!
Watch out! Fire! Well, with rocks.
Ready, steady, go! I see everything.
Whirling... Watch out! Coming at ya! Fire! Well, with rocks.
You haven't won just yet. This dream is mine! If I go into hiding here, not even an Archon can ever find me. And as long as people yearn for happiness, they will return here and rebuild this paradise!
Hey, stop! What's that? The dream is spiraling out of control and is collapsing now.
Oh no. Amira! 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 Amira, are you all right?
I don't feel well.
No, no, no! Please, no!
Get away from there! Ruin my flowers!
What should I do? Where did he go?
You left because he doesn't want you anymore.
Hey there! Haha! This one's got your name on it! A proper send-off from the Spina with love.
Who am I? I'm not Amira.
But what happened? He's not very proficient in using the Akasha's technology, and he spent a lot of jnana energy creating monsters. All the people he created also turned into It's terrible, even for a Even Paimon's freaked out. Paimon. The good news is that the chaos seems... Now we only need to wake up the people here.
Amira. They're all gone. I couldn't change my fate. And my knowledge turned out to be useless.
Do you still think this is our...
I don't care about that any. The jnana energy used to sustain this dream has all been transformed into monsters. This dream will soon collapse in my consciousness. Let me disappear with Amira. I'd rather turn...
It seems that everything that's happened is too much for him. He's lost all hope.
I think seeing a mirror turn into a monster after comprehending the hollowness of the unreal, it's
Existence? I'm different from the others.
using my knowledge of the Akasha. I have a way to extract your consciousness from here and put it in. The academia has probably kept your body, so you should be able to wake up soon.
No need. Just let me.
This isn't compassion. I won't let you escape your. As for your life after that, it'll be up to you. Alright, Traveler in Paimon. We can finally wrap up this whole thing.
What's wrong, Nahida?
Oh, nothing. Let's tell the people here to gather at a moment of dreams after they wake up.
Oh, great! You're awake! Everybody has started to wake up, and we've heard similar reports from around the city as well. From the looks of it, you were able to
Yes, though it took there will be many people gathering here shortly, so please do your. I need to go to the academia with them now.
Are we going to ask about that scholar?
Yes, but it may take some time for him to wake up after his consciousness returns to his body. We can leave the rest to the Matra.
It's the great Dendro Archon. How can I help you?
I would like to check the registration records of a Kasharawar scholar.
Okay, just a... Sorry to keep you waiting, Dendro Archon. We have confirmed that there's a scholar named Beinuni who's been unconscious for a while. The cause was improper operation. He hasn't regained consciousness yet.
Huh? Isn't it?
I guess he didn't want to be recognized, or please. Give the knowledge stored in this to the Matra and ask them to import it.
Understood. But
It's simple. This contains his consciousness. It's long been trapped in. He's committed an act that affected the safety of Sumeru. After he wakes up, Alan.
I see. I'll take care of this.
No problem. All right. Everyone should have gathered at a.
Let's be quiet and just listen in. I wonder what she's going to say.
Hello, all of you. I'm sorry for interrupting your beautiful dreams. I may have acted a little cold when handling things in the dream. Dreams have amazing power. They inspire us to remain resolute in the face of adversity. But dreams also have the potential to exploit people. As I've said before, I am still learning. But just take a good look around you, and you'll see many other people who have had similar. You should be proud that you've been able to gather here and look toward the future together. The path of life is long, and it's hard for us to see the destination. This leads us to ask a lot of difficult questions. What's the meaning of life? What's the purpose of my existence? Why do I keep experiencing pain and loss? Of course, the most comfortable choice is to stop progressing. Give up thinking, and just keep repeating. Whenever you have such thoughts, just look at the people and think. Some people work hard all day so that their families can have a hot meal on the table at night. Some people travel all over the world in order to create art that some venture in search of the world's secrets to prevent rapidly approaching, yet still unknown, world-shattering catastrophe. Life is not just about yourself. Each and every one of your Look, friends and family will remember what you've done, and even some people you've never met may benefit. Therefore, many people will strive forward to forge new paths, even if they have to endure great pain to do. Once you begin your journey on that same difficult yet rewarding path, But if you were to believe that life is nothing but an empty, ephemeral dream, then that's also the only. You're free to choose how you want to live your lives, but as your arc... In the end, it's up to you whether you want to embrace a beautiful dream at the cost of your real life.
Nahida said she wanted to speak with us alone. It seems like she went to the plaza in front of the academia. You're amazing, Nahida! Even Paimon was nearly won over by that scholar in that...
Well, he's very good at manipulating the weaknesses of human nature. That dream was incredibly beautiful and enticing. Ordinary people could, but as long as he can still wake up, he can still move forward, huh? What makes you say that?
Right! You said that you didn't understand human feelings, but we saw how considerate you were with all your speech just now really connected with everyone. You did a good...
Thank you. I've heard a lot of sad stories along this journey, and several of them have touched me. You can't say that the victims of the dream really did anything wrong, and what they wanted was also not unreal. That's why I could understand them when they tried to resist us and protect us. But all of my understanding and stirred feelings probably can't even account for even 1% of the pain they... I don't think this 1% can be seen as an example of what you call empathy.
You're too hard on yourself, that's for sure.
Alright. I've learned that emotions are nothing like knowledge, and that's why it's hard for me to put them into words sometimes. Beinuni, or Mercedes, said that I had never personally felt the pain of loss. The moment I entered the dream, I felt like I was wrapped in a blanket of warm feeling. It was so warm that it felt like I had returned to the start of my life, and I didn't want to wake up anymore. But when I opened my eyes, the feeling was gone without it. If I have to make an analogy for it, I would say I can no longer see words on a piece of paper after they have been erased. But I can still see that now that I've experienced this dream, I think I can say it's enough that I can tell I was once supported by that warmth. And its existence has allowed me to get to where, if I dwell too much on its exact nature, I would be putting the cart before the horse. I gave a speech to inspire my people. So if I were to fail to live up to those words myself, then that would be too embarrassing.
Hey, what's with that serious...
You keep looking like there's something you want to say. Is there anything you want to tell me? Since we just woke up, let's stretch a little bit. A new day is about to...
Nahida! Paimon didn't think we'd run into you here!
Oh, hey there! It's been a while, hasn't it? Seems like you've been enjoying yourself.
How about you? What are you up to now?
I'm just looking out for some leads while getting some fresh air. I noticed that I have some blurry memories after seeing... I almost feel like there's still something extreme...
Why is that? Don't worry, we'll help you remember.
Thank you so much. Since you're willing to help, I have something I'd like to show you.
Ooh, it's beautiful.
I found it in the sanctuary of Suristana, but it's filled with pure elemental power that is quite similar to mine. But yet, it's very likely that it's connected to my foggy memory, but I can't figure out what it is.
Traveler, do you have any ideas? You know, Nahida, we just happen to be going on an adventure right now. If we find anything, we'll be sure to let you know right away.
Thanks, you two.
Don't mention it. Besides, it seems you've got a lot on your mind, and we'd like to...
Hey, get out! You shouldn't be around here! I'm sorry, Lesser Lord Kusanali. Fungi don't usually... Last warning! Get out before I kick you out!
Hang on. I think it's trying to tell...
But Great Dendro Archon, it's a monster!
Please, don't worry. I think seems that it wants us to follow it.
You can understand it?
Even though different creatures have varying habits and ways of communicating, the emotions we experience are all the same. I can feel its anxiety and fear.
Well, fungi are kinda cute. That's true.
Alright, lead the...
Although they all look about the same, some fungi are friendly, while others are super aggressive and attack anyone they see.
It can't be helped. Perhaps in their eyes, humans are like fierce monsters as well. After all, they can't distinguish which human behaviors are hostile or not, and it'd already be too late for them once humans have drawn their weapons. Hence why they tend to strike first, rather than waiting.
That's not too different from how humans think sometimes.
That's what I meant by shared emotions. It appears it was in a hurry because of this unconscious fungus.
Seems like they might be family. So maybe this fungus wanted to bring Nahida...
Probably. Although fungi are simple creatures, they're very sensitive to elemental... Maybe it noticed me on my way back and thought I'd be able to help. I'll take a look. I should be able to help if it's just a common illness.
What is it, Nahida?
Strange. This fungus didn't develop from a spore. It's an elemental life form.
Huh? An elemental life form?
Yes. Although the fungi you normally see are capable of using elemental powers, they're merely borrowing elemental power from nature around. As for this fungus, it has elemental power flowing through it. Definitely not anything like your typical fungus. Exactly. This is very interesting.
So this is a first even for Nahida.
But that's not all. There's a large the void is stopping the elemental power from flowing normally, which must be why it fainted.
So do you think it'll wake up if we can fill the void?
Yes, and I just so happen to be good at this sort of thing. I'll see. My power was compatible. Looks like...
Lord of Dendro? Is it really the Lord of Dendro? Oh, I can't believe the Lord of Dendro saved me. Thank you, as well as the stranger and creature next to you.
Ah! It can talk!
Oh, I didn't expect such a strange creature to make a sound like that.
What? Of course Paimon can talk. Paimon...
Hello, Paimon. I am not yet able to evaluate an organism's intelligence from its appearance. I will only know you are able to speak once you have spoken.
Oh, well, no need to take it seriously. It's no big deal. But does Paimon really look so dumb that people might think Paimon doesn't know how to talk?
You misunderstand, Paimon. A mouth is used for eating, breathing, and other functions that are more important than speaking. So a creature may not speak, even if it has a mouth. I've never seen a creature like you before, so I dared not make the assumption that you could speak. Even if you do possess a number of human traits, it is still very common for creatures to have similar external forms but completely different interiors, just like fungi and slimes.
Did this fungus study at the academia? It seems even more talkative.
You're not a fungus.
That's correct. This might be surprising to you, and I'm sure that it might startle my fellow family members if I speak too much using this strange voice. Me, 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 me. It says that it's very thankful.
I was confident that I knew of all the creatures in Teyvat. Even if there are ones I've never seen with my own eyes, I thought I possessed all the relevant knowledge about. However, even if I were to lay out the traits of all elements, what are you? And where did you come from?
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence. My home was filled with flowing water and great mountains. Lush grass covered the land, and my family and I lived in bliss and happiness. Until the apocalypse came and changed my home forever. A horrifying power consumed all there was. The seeds of catastrophe nested and grew inside of us, twisting and warping us, causing us to lose control. We were victims of the apocalypse, yet in time, we also became the apocalypse itself.
The apocalypse?
I'm not sure what it means either.
It's a long and complicated story.
Don't worry, we'll listen.
I was lucky and managed to survive. Afterward, I left with some of my family and came to Sumeru to search for a way to rescue my homeland. We came in contact with many species and learned from their cultures and knowledge, hoping to understand the truth behind the apocalypse. We later found out that humans know the power of the apocalypse and refer to it as forbidden knowledge.
Your home was destroyed by forbidden knowledge? Does that mean you're from the desert?
It said that they are looking for a way to save their homeland, but the catastrophe of the desert should have ended a long time ago.
The Lord of Dendro is correct. We are not from the desert. I would very much like to tell you the location of my homeland, but unfortunately, that may sound a little odd, as it—
Yes,
I am a life form that was contaminated by the apocalypse. A part of my knowledge and memory was taken away.
I get it now. So the void of elemental power was left behind from when the forbidden— I'm sorry.
That's okay. Lord of Dendro, there is no need to apologize. Without your help, I would have lost more than just my knowledge. And not only did you save me, but you've also already rid the world of the remaining—
That's right. The forbidden knowledge is no more, and your homeland should be safe now.
My home should be safe now. We can go home. For the longest time, this moment has only seemed like a dream. I never knew it would become a reality so quickly. I was unable to fulfill our calling. I never found a way to save my homeland, and I have even forgotten where it is.
It's not your fault. You've already done everything you can. Every species paid a grave price in the fight against forbidden knowledge. This is not a responsibility you should carry on your own. You mentioned that there were other survivors besides yourself. Where are they? Maybe they'll remember.
The apocalypse put us through immense pain. Many of my family members have already met their end. I'm not sure who else is still alive.
Don't worry, I should be able to find them. Just leave it to me. I'll leave the rainforest to the Aranara. And as for the city, there are a few nice kids that should be willing to help.
Oh yeah, they'll give us a hand.
Give me a moment. I'll contact them right now. That should do it. It may take some time to find them, so let's wait for a bit.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro. We all believe that you will keep your promises. The moment I saw you when I awoke, I had a feeling you were here because of the agreement.
Agreement?
You might not remember, but this is a prophecy that we deeply believe in. That the Lord of Dendro will bring us home once the catastrophe comes to an end.
Ah, I see. I'm sorry. There are also some blurry segments in my memory as well. But I'm very concerned about your homeland. This is something I should help with. It's really no trouble to me at all.
Would you all be willing to come with me somewhere as we wait? The more family members that can return home with me, the better.
But didn't you say that you don't know where they are?
Yes, but I know their end. I will explain it to you along the way.
Take flight!
There's something that I'm very concerned about. Yes, I didn't mention it just now, but do you remember when I told you that the elemental power inside the crystal is completely identical to that of the fungus?
What?
Exactly. The prophecy that it mentioned was probably an agreement that I made with an elemental life form that once represented its race. I had to deal with the forbidden knowledge to save their homeland. The process, however, took away some of my memories. That sequence of events would explain the persistent—
Makes sense. Too bad it's
Yeah, I've been trying to think of— Agreed. I really want to send them home, so—
The road here is a little rough. I'll lead the way.
Don't worry, Paimon can handle any road! Ah! Enemies! You're up, Traveler! Watch out!
You are not welcome here.
Hey there!
Amazing. With such skills, you all would have definitely been...
Hey! Paimon has been meaning to ask. You all didn't originally look like...
No, we didn't. The appearance of our kind will change according to the environment. After communicating with various living organisms in Sumeru, we discovered that fungi are the life form most adapted to live in these lands. Thus, we gradually took the form of fungi and became a part of their group.
It's hard to believe that's even possible.
The most important instinct any life form possesses is adapting to the environment. Your hand is shaped like that for a reason, so you are able to grip it. The reason why fungi absorb elemental power is to blend with the environment and fend off natural predators. We are dendro life forms, one of the most ancient life forms in this land. That is why we are so adaptable.
So you mean, if Paimon wanted to, Paimon could change into a different form?
Not as freely, I'm afraid. You would require a long time to make that. Although this is common sense to us, it is still extremely difficult to explain. You cannot make a sprout grow into a giant tree instantly, nor can you force a
I see. Humans have a term for this. It's called growth. Ah, you're so smart, Nahida! Paimon gets it now!
Growth. I see. Yes, then this is what you would call growth. A most beautiful word. I shall enjoy it more as we walk.
How much farther is it?
We're about halfway there. You're doing great, Paimon. Do you need me to carry you on my back?
Huh? Oh no, Paimon was just curious. Paimon isn't that tired. He seems to enjoy taking care of others.
You think so? Does the Lord of Dendro need to be carried?
That would be awkward, wouldn't it? Why don't he fly up and sit on top of my head? We can figure out who will carry who!
I think we may have a different understanding of... No matter whether it's tired or not, my child is always happy when I put it on my back and give it a ride.
Child? You mean the fungi we ran into earlier?
Yes. One was my friend, and the other was my child.
Why can't your kid speak?
Because it's just a fungus. I don't want my presence to change or affect the original state of the fungi species here. However, it is slightly different from an ordinary fungus. It seems to
Oh, then it must be a really cute name. You know, like...
You have an odd taste.
Huh? Paimon thinks that name... Strange and cute at the same time. It's a name only Paimon would be able to come up with. That's right!
The name I came up with was not as creative as Paimon's. I learned it from an adventurer. Its name is... I'm sorry, but I've forgotten. Yes, I must remember it before I return. It's just as... Yes, this way. We're almost there.
It's the withering.
Yes, I have heard human. It's the last form we take when we are at the end of our life.
Paimon doesn't understand. It's trying to say that when they've suffered enough and reached the end of their life, they become a tumor of the wither.
Yes, I would have also suffered the same fate if it wasn't for...
So, this is how the wither... Previous research has revealed that forbidden knowledge is the root cause of the wither. But even if forbidden knowledge has been completely removed, its influence still remains, which is why the withering remains even after forbidden knowledge has disappeared. They've been tormented by forbidden knowledge for a long time. It's understandable, but what a sad and pitiful end.
When I left my homeland, flowers like these filled the fields. They grew in the pristine lakes, in the fertile soil, in my home, and in the homes of They grew everywhere, until the world suddenly lost all its color, and But it's all right. Our life essence, elemental power. After an adventurer clears the withering, I will quietly draw near the area. If I can sense the elemental power of my companions, then I take them with me.
But that would mean the effects of forbidden knowledge.
It's okay. That's not important anymore. I just hope that they can all make it back home. It's not right to leave them to simply perish in the open. Now that we finally have the chance to return home, each one I manage to bring back will make me that.
I understand. Just leave it to us. So you're worried about me. It's fine. It's natural to want to be overcautious when dealing with a highly venomous snake. But when all that's left is its skeleton...
Paimon doesn't get... Then let's do this! We've dealt with the...
I'm seeing stars. Hey!
Watch out! A proper send-off! From the Spinoway Club. Ha! Watch out! Hey there! Fire! Well, with rocks. Feeling lucky? Come on, we can do it.
I see everything.
Whirling snow, Sakura swirl. Umbrella warfare, I guess. Umbrella warfare, I guess. Fire! Well, with rocks. Umbrella warfare, I guess.
Make yourselves at home.
Let it rain. You'll pay for that. Watch out! Watch out!
Yeah! Yeah! Hey!
Feeling lucky? Ah! Umbrella warfare, I guess.
As I expected, it's the last of my kind that I'm aware of, so it wasn't able to make it to the end. If only it...
I hope that you will be free of this pain.
Just thinking about how many elemental life forms...
It's okay. As long as elemental, an external form is but a gift of time. Through growth comes...
It wouldn't have come to this if we were able to cure the mer... But I will cure all of them. Even if it's just...
Thank you, Lord of...
Hold on. Oh, I see. Oh, so, they found a fungus that matches the description I gave them.
It must be in a similar situation as I...
Okay, follow...
I'm loving this.
We're close now. It's just a little further inside.
But there are so many fungi here. They're probably all ordinary fungi. Yeah, they won't be happy.
No fighting. These are all its family. Although we belong to different species, we've spent a long... They can be reasonable, as long...
What should we do? But you'll need Nahita's power if you want to save that fungus.
I've got an idea. Can you teach me how to change into a fungus?
You want to transform into a fungus?
Nahita is a god. Changing into a...
Even gods can't bend the laws.
Then we'll have to enter with the risk of being noticed. But if spending some of my power will guarantee the safety of you...
All right. You will have to use power equal to that which is required to break through the limitations of time. I will lend you the relevant knowledge that I have. It should make your transformation process a little easier.
Alright, I'm ready. Changing into a fungus should be...
Lord of Dendro, this is nothing to joke about.
As am I.
Alright! Let's not get hung up here. If it's really possible...
Okay.
Wow! You really turned into a fungus!
It's actually not too bad. The unconscious fungus is just below here.
Oh, how do we do that?
I'll get close to them while you make your way over from above. You should be able to identify them using... Then, all you have to do is repeat the correct answer in your mind. As long as I'm able to see you, then I'll be able to...
Okay!
Let me lure away the fungi up.
Alright, good luck, Nahita. Let's go, Trav.
There's a fungus on patrol in the center there. It looks pretty vigilant, so I'd better go around it. It seems they didn't notice me. It seems that fungus won't be moving for the moment. I should hurry. This is the spot. There are several fungi here. I'll hide and wait for the traveler to get... So this is...
Nahita?
I never knew that it was so tiring to... I even used the techniques that it taught me. Seems like its warnings were...
The power of time accumulates slowly and goes... Thank you for everything you've done. All seems to have gone according to plan.
I apologize. Language is not easy. Need long time.
It's okay, I have good news. Let me explain it to you the fungi way.
Apocalypse ended? Go home now?
Yes. Unfortunately, I've forgotten where home is. I was hoping you still remembered.
I remember. Really? That's great! Home, Dendro Dragon.
Dendro Dragon. Ah, yes! The Dendro Dragon! I'm sorry, I just got so excited. I've probably never expressed such emotions before. But yes, our home is the Dendro Dragon.
Oh, wait a minute. Paimon's confused. Do you mean the Dendro Dragon as in an elemental dragon? Like Dvalin? Yes, they're both dragons, but Apep, the Dendro Dragon, has been around for longer and has accumulated dense elemental power. But I don't quite understand. Why?
Because we live inside the Dendro.
The Dendro Dragon. Inside. Very big. Mountains. Water.
There is an entire world inside the Dendro Dragon's body. The Dendro... It once told us in a majestic voice that once we finally matured, we'd be able to... However, that day never came. Our home...
Paimon's still confused.
Yes, a very good example.
Wait, then if that's the case, doesn't that imply...
Yes, that is correct. What has suddenly made you look so worried, Lord of Den...
Apep is the most adaptable life form in the world. The forbidden knowledge should have become a part of its body, which means that if all the forbidden knowledge...
Then a big void will also form inside the dragon.
I'm afraid so. Its body and soul have probably... No wonder I haven't seen Apep for so long. But how did it get contaminated? Was it due to the destruction of King Deshret's... But anyway, Apep disappeared and has been gone ever since that time. It's been enduring unimaginable pain all the while. It's probably... Yes! If the Dendro Dragon fails to hang on, the elemental power inside it will no longer be able to maintain its form. Dendro elemental power of that concentration will cause the rainforest to overgrow. Giant trees will completely block out the sun. Plants and humans will fight over oxygen. Sumeru will no longer be suitable for sustaining life.
Hey, what about the crystal? Why don't you show it to them and see if they know anything?
Yeah, have you two ever seen anything like this before?
No.
Its power feels very familiar. Like something from our homeland. I'm sorry, our mem...
It's okay. I'll contact my... I'm counting on you all. Your info is crucial to us now. Let's wait for their reply again. Though I know waiting can feel unbearable at a time like this.